so. Sometimes
Okay, it should be back up.
people. You can just see what's coming.
Alright, something broke, but we're back.
We're back. Y'all didn't miss much. We're just seeing Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst talking.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Getting some character stuff.
What for me?
For you? You're gonna light up Broadway. Yeah.
You're taller than you are.
Did he get taller from the spider bite?
I really don't know.
I think that's what that's trying to reference. I don't know.
Come take a ride, my new birthday present. Come on.
I gotta go.
See, I like that. They had this very sincere
Yeah.
conversation, and she like runs off is because I don't know what word to put there, but she's basically not so much like attracted to Flash, but more of but because of her like, abusive father, that's kind of like all she knows, and really thinks of herself as that. And now we see Peter.
He's got to get the car.
He's got to get the car now.
Yeah. I completely forgot that Flash got a car, and that's why he wanted one. Mm-hmm. He keeps working his way down.
Yeah. Well, and it's like, and Peter was like, okay, I want to try and just be like sincere and nice to her, but she's like, okay, she obviously does not care, so maybe like, like material possessions can get her to like me.
Yeah.
What's wrong with
This is a PNG disguise.
Oh, that's
oh
great.
My gosh. I love this because the costume is obviously like not able to be made by a teenager, but I like that he actually designed the costume, even though it's kind of unrealistic.
I'm fine with that. I like it a lot.
Yeah,
he just kind of designed something.
Because he ends up scrapping this for the just like the hood. He comes back to it later, but. What was his plan
I don't know what his plan was. I really don't.
What's going on in there? I'm exercising.
Aunt May, you already know what's happening in there. you're in stuff break. Okay. Boy, if that was my mom, she would just slam that door and said, "Boy, what you doing up in here? What you doing?" There's like webs all over the place now.
Oh my gosh!
All of that fishing line all over the place. So he has no idea what's happening. I also like this house, right? Kind of like you. It starts off as him like remembering is like his Green Goblin, Norman Osborn's kind of like separate,
yeah, but they slowly merge. Yeah.
And very much like Peter's character in this, where it's kind of his Spider-Man, Peter's kind of like away, but like merge at, they're at the end.
But like even at the end of the movie, Norman has this moment where he's like, "Don't tell Harry," right?
Yeah.
He finally realizes, he snaps out of it for a second. But man, this scene is so sad.
I love this scene.
It's so good, but like, man.
Thanks for the ride, Uncle
Now
Ben.
wait a minute, Peter. We need to talk.
Well, we can talk later.
Well, we can talk now. If you let me.
But what do we have to talk about? Why now?
Because we haven't talked at all for so long. Your Aunt May and I don't even know who you are anymore. You shirk your chores. You have all those weird experiments in your room. You start fights at school.
I didn't
start that fight.
I told you that.
Well, you sure as hell finished.
He did
What was I
finish it.
supposed to do? Run away?
No, you're not supposed to run away. But Pete, look, you're changing. I know. I went through exactly the same thing at your age.
This just works so
Not
well.
exactly.
Peter, these are the years when a man changes into the man he's going to become the rest of his life. Just be careful who you change into. This guy, Flash Thompson, he probably deserved what happened. But just because you can beat him up, doesn't give you the right to. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
There it is.
Banger
Are
line.
you afraid that I'm going to turn into some kind of criminal? Quit worrying about me, okay? Something's different. I'll figure it out. Stop lecturing me, please.
I don't mean to lecture and I don't mean to preach. And I know I'm not your father.
Then stop pretending to be.
Man,
Man,
that's tough.
it's a dagger to the heart right there.
Right. I'll pick you up here at 10.
Yeah, that scene just completely works. I think every time when you watch it, like, the scene still works.
Yeah.
Each time you
Oh,
watch it.
absolutely.
And then you watch The Amazing Spider-Man. It just doesn't work. It feels, I don't know, it felt very uninspired. You know, it had that impression of, okay, we have to do this because it's a Spider-Man movie. That felt very genuine the way it was executed.
Yeah.
I get Bonesaw.
Did your husband make it for you?
Yes.
Golly.
I actually read something where a lot of like actual professional wrestlers took major offense to this.
Really?
Because they're like, it gives us a bad name. We're not actually hurting them. We're just acting or whatever.
Yeah.
$3,000! Is there no one here man enough to stay in the ring for 3 minutes with this titan of testosterone?
Jeez.
I know the Flying Dutchman!
Next.
Octavia Spencer.
There's no featherweight division here, small fry. Next.
No, sign me up.
Okay. You understand the NYWL is not responsible for any injury you may and probably will sustain while participating in said event, and you are indeed participating on your own free will?
Yes.
Down the hall to the ramp. May God be with you. Next.
Are you ready for that?
Imagine this being your job, just throw guys around and just be like, you all suck. No one can beat me.
That announcer guy is Bruce Campbell, and he's like best friends with Sam Raimi and Roland.
Really?
Yeah. Because they worked together on Sam Raimi's like for first film, and they've just been friends ever since.
Human spider, that's it? That's the best you got?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
The sum of $3,000.
Changes his name. I like that a lot.
The terrifying, the deadly, the amazing Spider-Man.
I wonder with that dialogue if they were referencing to the Amazing Spider-Man comics with that. I wonder if they were like referencing that or not.
I don't know.
If they eat you up and fix you out, little man, I hope you brought your mommy with you. We're gonna break you someone to go crying.
God, I can't feel my legs.
Man, this is like my worst nightmare is this.
Yeah.
Just having people chanting against me.
Chanted against him. Kill him. Kill him. See, this is the worst mistake because the cage match just helps him so much.
You're talking about for Spider-Man or for Bonesaw?
For Spider-Man, because he could just climb up everywhere.
That's true, yeah.
Which is what he ends up doing.
Unlock the thing. Take the train off.
Hey, Freak Show! You're going nowhere! I got you for 3 minutes! 3 minutes of heat time! What are you doing up there?
staying away from you.
There you
Good
go.
outfit. Did your husband give it to you?
There's the
There
line.
it is.
Spider sense did not come in handy
It
there.
did not. Imagine just getting whacked with a chair like that in real life.
Yeah.
Oh, you get hit against a metal cage.
It's just because he's so unexperienced, but like, give it a month and he could come back and just rip Bonesaw in half.
Oh yeah, he definitely could, for sure. God, he just kicked him on the face.
Look at that.
And now everyone's like forming, all stand up. I like how you can just like barely see him like smiling.
Yeah.
With
I mean, you can just tell by the eyes.
Oh yeah. I hated this guy as a kid.
Dude.
He deserved the 3,000. Give it to him.
Yeah.
Now get out of here.
$100. Dad said 3,000.
Wait, what that guy say? He said, "I like your new Pip."
PFP, profile picture.
Oh, I thought it said Pip from this angle.
No.
For that, I give you 100, and you're lucky to get that.
I need that money.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
Man.
I love how Peter, you know, he puts that line back on him.
Yeah.
Later.
Hey, what the hell?
Put the money in the bag.
So how do you feel that they brought this back in Spider-Man 3?
It works, but also it's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I know they were trying to bookend it, you know, with the whole three movie thing. I think it may have worked more if you took out Venom and really focused on it more.
That's my problem.
Because it just feels bloated in Spider-Man 3 with all that different stuff in there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But then at the same time, why even do that? Just bookend it with Harry and leave it at that. Of how Harry goes down, you know, big character arc for him throughout the 3 films.
Yeah.
And here comes the saddest scene where that made grown men cry.
Dude.
Come on, folks. Keep moving, please. Please, let's go.
I love the acting too by Cliff Robertson here.
Yeah. Like, it's just... Gosh. It's a good movie.
He's like, Peter.
Stay back. Hey, stay back. Stay back.
What happened?
Carjacker, he's been shot. We just called the paramedics. They're on their way.
And you can also see like the bloody wound too. It's
Yeah.
even more disturbing. Golly.
Ben?
Man.
Over here, Uncle Ben.
Golly, that's all he can say is Peter.
Yeah.
I heard like a lot of people making fun of like Tobey Maguire's like face whenever he like cries. I'm
Yeah.
like, but that's what
It's
but that's what
it's
you
so
look like when you
genuine.
cry. Yeah,
It's like, it's such a good performance. It is a little dumb looking, but
I mean,
it
but
works so well.
It works well, but here's the thing though. Whenever you like cry, I mean, like that's what it looks like though. When
Yeah.
you cry though.
And then he just goes into pure rage.
Yes. I will say the effects look better when you're at nighttime, because at night, it can hide spotty special effects.
Yeah.
When it's at night.
And I think that these are better than the ones from earlier.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think a big part of that is because he's mostly in the suit, right?
Yeah. I also
You can just fully CG the character.
Yeah. I also read that that somewhere that sometimes a movie compare watch this whenever it came out in 2002 and then say like 2006 or like 2010, where special effects weren't as good as they were today back in 2010. Where I've heard that sometimes the video quality as it gets better for a movie that came out in 2002 looks way different now in 2020, and that also kind of adds into some like bad special effects too.
Yeah, I think that looking at reviews at the time is really the best way to kind of judge it and gauge it.
Yeah, well, it's all about context too. When this came out,
because these scenes were fine until I think Amazing Spider-Man 2 has the best swinging scenes. Even though it's not that great of a movie, the action and the special effects were really good there. But like, this looks fine.
I think for me, I'm just more in what's the word? Not involved. I'm more into the scene in this because of great writing and like great character stuff. That I'm more engaged while watching this. Than probably Amazing Spider-Man, like Amazing Spider-Man 2, because the writing of those is just very bad.
I forgot that the Rhino was so dumb. That was another movie like Spider-Man 3. It just tried to do way too much.
Yeah.
Dude, that's sick. I love this.
Josh is in the chat. He said, "Yo,
what's up, Josh? We're watching Spider-Man 1. Go to the timestamp if you want to watch it with us." Spider-Man comes out today? No, it doesn't. Spider-Man comes out next week.
Consensus out today. Wait, what did I say? Consensus?
Yeah, it's awfully spelled. The Human Spider.
Okay, so while we're watching this, let's go ahead and say who is your favorite Spider-Man? Maguire, Garfield, and Tom
Holland? That's a really good question.
Don't hurt me. Just give me a chance.
Just give me a chance.
What about my
uncle?
Did you give him a chance? Did you?
Josh just says Tom Holland. This is his favorite Spider-Man. I like Tom Holland a lot. You know what really annoys me about that whole debate? I feel like people who lean more to Tobey Maguire, so I like a lot of respect for Tom Holland. Now, I'm not saying for every Tom Holland fan, but I've just seen people who like Tom Holland more. They're like, Tobey Maguire sucks. I don't like Tobey Maguire. I'm like, no, he's not. Tobey Maguire's really good as Spider-Man.
I think Tobey Maguire is my favorite, but Tom Holland would be my favorite if they wrote him better. Tom Holland, I think, does a better job at acting. I just don't like the scripts necessarily.
Yeah. I lean the same way. Like, my feelings on Spider-Man Homecoming is more of like, it was more subjective than more of like objective. Where for some people, okay, so my main issue with Spider-Man Homecoming is kind of like Spider-Man 2, where in Spider-Man 2, Peter is just struggling between his life between Spider-Man and Peter Parker. Yeah. Within Homecoming, they do the same thing, but it's more of he's basically a kid who bit off more than he can chew. Yeah. Toward where he wants to be more than just like a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. So like, they leaned more into that, which I'm okay with. But it gets to a point where he just keeps failing at everything. Yeah. And so I think for some people that really works for them. For me, it gets to a point where it's like, okay, I get it, he's failing. It feels very ham-fisted to a point where it's like, I want to see him be successful at some point, at something. Yeah. Which I think Spider-Man 2 did really well, because as soon as Peter Parker gives up the Spider-Man life, his life is perfect. Yeah, but he's not Spider-Man. Yeah, he's not Spider-Man. And New York needs Spider-Man. And that's a lot more interesting than
Tom Holland wants to be an Avenger like Iron Man, you know?
Yeah. And also, too, it's like whenever you watch these films, they're very standalone. They're kind of by themselves.
Yeah.
And I like that a lot. Where within the Tom Holland, it basically has to refer to Iron Man on all the other films, be connected to them. It's very refreshing to watch this, where it's very like by itself.
And I think they could have done MCU Spider-Man without having to tie it in so heavily. Because, like, in the comics, Spider-Man works alone. It's not that he doesn't like the Avengers, he's just a solo hero. And I think they should have done that. You throw Spider-Man in Infinity War and Endgame, sure, but his movies are about him, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I think they should have done it. But I think Tom Holland does a great job as Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He does. And I don't blame Andrew Garfield for his performance. Like, I think he's a really good actor. I just think the writing is just so bad in those.
And I don't think he's right for the role necessarily.
Yeah.
Because he's a really good actor, but, like, I just never really bought him as a Peter Parker, you know?
Me neither.
And everybody likes to say that he's a bad Peter Parker, he was a great Spider-Man. Even as Spider-Man, he wasn't that good.
I hate that argument so much.
Yeah.
I just... To me, if the movie's good, it's just good. And Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 to me just aren't that good. I just don't care for them.
Yeah.
And now she...
That's funny that he proposed.
Yeah.
At graduation. That's funny.
You're like a brother to him.
And so we see Mary Jane break up with Flash, and now James Franco's like, oh, I'm gonna slide up in there.
Yeah.
Josh said they made Peter Parker. I mean, not Peter. Andrew Garfield too cool.
Yeah, and we kind of talked about that earlier.
Yes.
It was just too cool.
He rode a freaking skateboard. Yes.
Can I fix you something? No thanks.
I like this
Imagine
scene.
all that guilt, because he doesn't tell Aunt May that it was kind of his fault until I think the second movie.
Yeah, he did. It was in the second movie.
Man, yeah.
Well, and that's also the thing that propelled him forward to continue.
Ah!
Oh, wait, there goes. It's back on.
He's gonna keep doing that until I...
But you know, the Uncle Ben stuff. It propelled him forward to keep wanting to do the whole Spider-Man thing.
Yeah.
Where and I haven't seen the Andrew Garfield ones in so long, but I always felt like the Uncle Ben dying didn't play a big role at all. It just felt kind of forced.
It really didn't. It spurred Spider-Man to be a criminal. Him becoming a hero wasn't until later when he saved some kid.
Mm-hmm. You're talking about the Andrew Garfield ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because for most of Amazing Spider-Man 1, he's just pursuing criminals trying to find the right guy who killed Uncle Ben.
That's right, yeah.
And then there's a scene on a bridge where this car falls off, he saves a kid, and that's when he becomes a hero.
That's right, yeah, I remember that.
That's when he decides that he needs to do the right thing. And, like, Uncle Ben's speech kind of played a part in that, but, like, definitely not to the extent that it does here.
Yeah.
You never doubted the man.
I will say, between all three, I feel like the Amazing Spider-Man probably had the best cast, but because there are really good actors in there. Like, you know, I think Martin Sheen played Uncle Ben. I like Martin Sheen a lot, and Emma Stone played Gwen Stacy. You have Dave DeHaan played the Green Goblin version of Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
And you have like Jamie Foxx is in there.
Yeah,
and
they had just an all-star cast, but I don't think that's necessary.
No, it's not. But if we're talking like just strictly cast, I do think they probably had the best cast.
Because I like, for most of the MCU movies, and it's kind of different now, but especially in the beginning, they were kind of picking out more lesser known actors, or actors who have kind of fallen in their career, like Robert Downey Jr., and they pick him back up.
Yeah.
And I think that was a really good way of doing it. There's kind of a healthy mix of, you have like really well known and kind of not so well known. I think that's a better way to do it.
Yeah. So now we're seeing Spider-Man take on the words that Uncle Ben said to heart and becoming Spider-Man.
This is not a man. My brother saw him building a nest in the Lincoln Center fountain.
I think he's human. I think he's a man. Could be a woman.
I always really love the whole of like how the general public reacts to Spider-Man. I love it a lot.
Yeah, having a New York that believes in Spider-Man is super important.
Yeah.
And they they totally ignore that in like the MCU movies. I mean, you have a couple scenes in Homecoming.
Yeah.
Some kind of
It makes it feel more lived in having this.
Yeah.
You have like people who hate him, you have people who love him, people who don't know
What to think?
Yeah. Well, what to think?
I love the notes.
Yes.
Sounds hot.
Okay. That lady. Yeah, and this guy's just doing it for money.
Absolutely.
he's singing the Spider-Man song for money. The Spider-Man.
That's so funny.
We're gonna get our
And there we are,
introduction.
an hour in,
Spider-Man.
and he's finally Spider-Man.
That's who he is.
Yep.
A vigilante.
Here's
I
J.K.
love
Simmons.
JJJ.
What's
It's
he doing on my front page?
Mr. Jameson, your wife is online once. She needs
the
to know-
best part of these movies.
Oh, he's awesome in
Page
this.
one problem. Shut up. Oh, he's news.
They're really important clients. They can't wait.
They're about to.
Played by
We
J.K.
pulled 6 people
Simmons,
off that subway.
a great
A
actor.
wreck he probably caused. Something goes wrong and this creepy crawler is there. Look at that. He's fleeing the scene. What's that tell you? He's not fleeing. He's probably going to save somebody else. He's a hero. And why does he wear a mask?
You know, the thing about
She just needs to know if you want the chits or the
Jameson, what's his name? John?
J. Jonah Jameson. I don't know what their first J is for.
Oh, okay. But he's basically like a YouTube clickbaiter, is what he kind
Absolutely.
of does.
Page one with a decent picture this time. Move Conway to page 7. I make it page 8 and give him 10% off. I make it 5%.
That can't be done.
Get out of here. Problem is, we don't have a decent picture. Eddie's been on it for weeks. We can barely get a glimpse of him. Oh, what is he, shy? We can get a picture of Julia Roberts in a thong. We can certainly get a picture of this weirdo.
Sure can.
Absolutely.
For a picture of Spider-Man. He doesn't want to be famous.
I'll make
I'll make
him
him
infamous. What's your favorite line from him?
Oh my, that's. I think the favorite one is it's a scene where he's trying to like take pills because he's having anger issues.
Oh yeah, from Spider-Man 3.
Okay, it's in the third movie. I couldn't remember which one it's in. And just that entire scene of every time the phone buzzes,
Yes.
and Betty's just loving it, and he's just.
I'm begging for a job.
Yes,
Thank you.
And he wants to yell so bad. He goes, "Thank you."
Audition? You're
Uh-oh.
acting now?
Yeah, I work steady. In fact, I just got off the job.
That's great.
It says on there it's still working.
You're doing it.
Wait, where
You're
at?
living your dream.
That screen on the bottom right, if it's green, it means it's working.
Okay, good.
That sometimes doesn't tell the truth.
Excuse me, Miss Watson. I'm talking to you. Hey!
Yes, Enrique, okay? I get you.
Well, you better not happen no more. You hear me?
And that seems great too, because you see Mary Jane, she was the popular girl in high school. Everything's figured out, and now she's working for Moon Dance or whatever this crappy
Some dream, huh?
store is.
Yeah.
That's nothing to be embarrassed
And
about.
she's embarrassed.
Don't tell Harry.
Don't tell Harry.
Aren't you guys living together? We're going out, didn't he tell you?
Oh yeah, right.
No.
I think he paid the idea of my waiting tables. He think it was low or something.
That's not low. You have a job. No, Harry. He doesn't live on a little place I like to call Earth.
He's throwing some like shade at James Franco right now.
Yeah.
Thanks, Pete.
You're welcome.
We should catch up.
He's just so like sincere and just trying to
He
encourage
is.
her.
Yeah.
Well, I'll come by and have some of your Moondance coffee someday. And I won't tell Harry.
She's embarrassed
Don't tell
and
Harry.
I won't.
trying to make her feel better. It's just great.
Yeah.
I won't tell Harry.
He's just a great guy.
Yeah,
you know?
he's a very what you said, very great, genuine guy, and that's what makes you root for him.
Yeah.
Hey, 5 new contracts. It'll be great.
Norman's making his weekly inspection. Spent half of it on the phone.
Who's that?
And I'm glad you're here.
Carson, hello.
I'm really lost. You alright? Look like you just got second place in the science fair.
No, I was late for work and Dr. Connors fired me.
You were late again? I don't get it. Where do you go all the time?
Around.
Hey, Parker.
Around.
Maybe you'll tell
I
me
always felt
who she
weird
is.
that he used to work for Dr. Connors and got fired, and then Spider-Man 2, he was basically taking his
Taking his
class.
class, yeah.
Well, sorry, Harry hasn't mentioned her.
Hey, Pete, you're probably looking for a job now, right? Dad, maybe you can help him out.
No, I appreciate it, but I'll be fine.
No problem.
I'll make a few calls.
No, I couldn't accept it, sir. I like to earn what I get. I can find my own work.
I respect that. You want to make it on your own, Steve. That's great. What other skills do you have, Parker?
I was thinking of something in photography.
Do they ever say what Harry Osborn's job is in this?
I don't know if he has a job right now. I think he's just living off of
His dad?
like his dad, yeah.
Okay.
Because like in Spider-Man 2, he's the one who like pays for Dr. Octopus's experiments and all that.
That's right.
But he just lives off the fortune now and after he's dead. I completely forgot there's just this scene.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's not much action in this at all.
Yeah. There's just a lot of this that I forgot. It's been such a long time since I've seen the movie.
Crap. Mega crap. I'll give you $200 for all of them.
That seems a little low.
Take them somewhere else then.
So your wife said the tile you ordered for the foyer is out of stock.
Tell her we'll just put a rug there. Sit down. Give me that. Give you $300. It's a standard freelance fee.
Harry Osborn is in this trilogy? Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Harry's pretty important to the trilogy.
Exclusive Daily Bugle photos.
Menace. He was protecting that armor.
Tell you what, Atticus, you take the pictures, I'll make up the headlines, okay? All right? Is that okay with you?
Yes, sir.
Good.
See, what I don't get is why he doesn't try to go to like a competing newspaper, because he has like the best photos of Spider-Man.
Job, sir.
Jobs? Freelance.
I don't know. That's actually a really good question.
You bring me some more
I guess they just weren't hiring, but
maybe I'll take them off your hands. But I never said you have a job. Meet.
It's like he disagrees with him. Is like, why not just like leave? That's actually a really good point.
Yeah.
Just leave.
Welcome to the Daily Bugle.
And this is a very awkward exchange here.
yeah.
I'm Peter Parker.
Because they kind of try to set up this like weird maybe love thing that like it's just weird. They just like have awkward conversations all the time.
Yeah, it gets very weird. In Spider-Man 3, I'm not going to repeat what he said to her, but it's
Oh,
you know what I'm talking. You know,
I mean, I don't remember because it's been such a long time, but I remember he was just really weird.
he was basically making like a reference to her wanting to do something.
Yeah.
He was like, oh no.
Costs are down, revenues are up, and our stock has never been higher.
Wonderful news, Norman. Wonderful. In fact, it's the reason we're selling the company.
He just
Swift Aerospace is recapitalizing in the wake of the bombing. Expanding. They made a tender offer we can't ignore.
Why wasn't I told?
The last thing they want is a power struggle with entrenched management.
The deal is off if you come with it. The board expects your resignation in 30 days.
Well, you can't do this to me. I started this company. You know how much I sacrificed? Oh, Max, please.
Norman, the board is unanimous. We're announcing the sale after the World Unity Festival. I'm sorry.
You're out, Norman.
just very slowly drinks that cup.
Yeah.
Am I?
Welcome to Oscorp
Gosh.
Industries Unity Day Festival. Let's hear it for
Here we go.
Ray.
Such like silly action, and it's comedic. You know, that's just what it is.
And this is very dated too, because the person singing was like an actual like singer like back in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Her, and I think she's does nothing now.
I mean, yeah.
wear the black dress. I wanted to impress my
I wonder
father.
why she's wearing that.
Those black.
Like I understand you're wearing something nice, but it looks like she's going some Japanese things.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's tough.
Just awkwardly staring at him.
Should have walked away by now.
Oh my gosh.
I love how I didn't fully understand the spider sense, you know?
Oh, hi, Mr. Fargus.
It's no something's
Harry.
wrong.
Have you seen my father around? Oh, well, I'm not sure if he's coming today.
Here he comes.
Man. That's ominous.
Okay, let's quickly discuss the Green Goblin suit. How do you feel about the green suit?
You see, I don't like it.
Ooh, okay.
As a kid, it was the only suit that I knew. But now, I don't like it. They should have incorporated... They could have had the same shape suit, but just have the hood be purple. Have purple where the comic suit is.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with it being a metal suit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this just... not a huge fan.
I'm fine with it.
I think it works, especially with the mask, being able to talk to him.
Yeah.
But I think that just having more purple incorporated, which they do with the lighting, a lot of times you'll see the lighting, it's like shades to where the dark parts of the suit look purple, even though that's not how it should look. So that they do try to do it subtly, but I think they should have gone for a more accurate color scheme, that's all.
Yeah. I'm fine with this, with the Green Goblin in this, because I think it fits the kind of corny aesthetic that they're going for.
Yeah.
In this movie.
And especially because there's there's concept art revealed of what the Green Goblin suit was gonna look like, and I didn't like that. I think having it how it is, where he talks to the helmet and the helmet talks to him, is really good, right? You can't really have any other design to do that well.
I will say it's very off-putting whenever he talks, and you can obviously see his mouth not moving at all.
Yeah. Also, these bombs are dumb.
Yeah, that made no sense at all how that happens.
Yeah, especially because Harry and MJ are right there. Harry should be dead from that rock just crushing his cranium.
Oh, I love that part. There's Spider-Man.
Yeah, but you see, even the glider looks a little bit purple. They did the shading to add some purple there. I just think they should have went all out on it.
Yeah.
I love how this kid's just a complete idiot. Come on, move, kid.
Maybe he was having a rough day. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna end it all. he's like Spider-Man. Dang it! Why'd you save me?
Gosh. But see, it was kind of shaded there, which I like that. And I like the suit looks different in the No Way Home trailers. I like it more here than the kind of redesigned one. And then later in No Way Home, supposedly is just completely redesigned suit.
That looks terrible. The special effects of it.
I mean, you know. The poses are weird too, he flies like this, you know.
Yeah.
And obviously that's not how he would fall. It's like that scene in Nemo.
It is, yeah.
Gosh.
Hold on!
That's great. That's just great.
And then her guts would just be just collapsing in her stomach right now.
They'll just cheer. He just takes her away,
yeah, he kidnapped her.
her. Also, there's a scene it's about to happen where it's clear that it's just a mannequin. Right here. That's a mannequin. His head is not moving.
It's just I think it's only part of like the script that's like, okay, why did Spider-Man take her way to here? And I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Well, she's taking the subway. Oh my gosh, she just needs to use the elevator.
Wait! Who are you?
You know who I am.
I do.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
There you go.
He has more confidence to talk to her within the suit.
Yeah. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
I like how he runs on the wall there a little bit.
What do you mean he's incredible? No. Alright. Wait, stay there. I'm gonna come over. No, I'm gonna come over. Alright, fine. Fine. You call me in the morning and we'll go and have breakfast and I want to buy you something. Because I want to. It'll make you feel better.
No, it won't. You can't just throw money at women.
It's true. Incredible. Alright, I'm sorry. Good tight. Don't let the bed bug.
Oh, Joey, Josh said that the Amazing Spider-Man Green Goblin was better.
No, he was ugly. I'm gonna have to rewatch that movie to see what I think about it.
You should know I'm crazy about it. Just, you never made a move. You're right. I didn't.
I don't even think I've seen the brand new trailer for No Way Home.
We can watch it after.
So apparently he has a purple hood in No Way Home with that guy in the shot.
Basically, all the villains, they enter the universe in the form that we last saw them, and they kind of evolve, right?
Okay.
That's what we can tell from the trailers, at least, right? So we kind of see Green Goblin come in the suit that looks very similar to this movie, but just different enough to be wrong. But then later, he drops the helmet, he has a hood on, he kind of looks like a Green Goblin from the comics.
Okay.
Somebody. Who said that?
I like that mask he has behind him. Or all the masks. Those are cool.
Yeah, they're pretty
But
cool.
some of those look like the demon mask from Spider-Man PS4.
Where are you? Follow the cold.
Which kind of go with Mr. Negative. I don't know if they're going to try to introduce him in these movies or not.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know if you played Spider-Man PS4. That's my favorite Spider-Man.
I've not played Spider-Man PS4.
It's great.
Did you think it was
The only Spider-Man games I played was the original PlayStation 2, like 1, 2, and 3.
things
Yeah.
all happening for you? All for
I had
you.
Spider-Man 3 on the Wii.
Ooh.
And it actually had motion controls. You would flip out your web with the motion controls.
Oh, wow.
It was kind of cool, but it was the Wii, so,
To remove
But
those in your way.
so I guess they didn't sell the company.
No, they didn't sell it. Because he murdered all his board members.
Yeah.
Remember?
This is such a cool scene.
It is.
Performance enhancers. Bingo. Me. Your greatest creation. Bringing you what you've always wanted. Power beyond your wildest dreams. And it's only the beginning. There's only one who can stop us.
They mentioned that one test subject who got the serum and was acting like aggressive and crazy. What happened to that guy? Like, what they do?
My assumption was that he died.
Oh, okay.
Goblin. The Green Goblin. You like that? Made it up myself. These weirdos all got.
Because Norman's heart stopped for a bit, and then it booted back up, right?
Yeah.
My thoughts was always that the first guy never came back to life.
He just died.
Spider-Man wasn't attacking the city. He
I love
was
this
trying to
line.
save it. That's slander.
It is not. I resent that.
That's a good
Slander
line.
is spoken. In print, it's libel.
You don't trust anybody. That's your problem.
Trust my barber.
I love that line.
Lawyer, get out of here. Let him sue me.
Oh, this is fun when the cigar comes back through.
He throws it back in. Oh, that's great.
Gosh, that's intense.
Jameson, you swine! Who's the photographer who takes the pictures of Spider-Man?
I don't know who he is. This stuff comes in the mail.
And I love that.
Yeah.
He at heart he wants to protect Peter, right?
Yeah.
Who he is?
The funny thing is, on newspapers they write who took the pictures, and even later in Spider-Man 2 and 3, you see it just says by Peter Parker.
Hey, kiddo, let Mom and Dad talk for a minute, will you?
I love the quips. So good. Sleep.
Imagine he just let Spider-Man fall and die, and it just cuts to credits.
Well, he doesn't want to let him die. He wants to recruit him.
Yeah, I know.
Which is such a weird angle, but
You're not dead.
it's kind of like the Joker. Or not so different, Batman.
I think Christopher Nolan ripped off the scene in
I think so.
Dark Knight.
Decent creature, Spider-Man. You and I are not so different.
I'm not like you. You're a murderer.
Well,
I find it funny when he talks. You just see like the Spider-Man mask is just like emotionless, but like here's a voice starting to come out.
Yeah.
the people of this city. But the one thing they love more than a hero is to see a hero fail, fall, die trying. In spite of everything you've done for them, eventually they will hate you. Why bother?
Because it's right.
Here's the real truth. There are 8 million people in this city, and those teeming masses exist for the sole purpose of lifting the few exceptional people onto their shoulders. You, me, we're exceptional. I could squash you like a bug right now, but I'm offering you a choice. Join me. Imagine what we could accomplish together. What we could create. Or we could destroy. Cause the deaths of countless innocents in selfish battle again and again and again until we're both dead. Is that what you want? Think about it!
He brings up a lot of good points because the city is going to turn against Spider-Man time and time again.
Mm-hmm.
You have the people who like him, but I think for the most part, most people just don't like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Until something bad happens, Spider-Man has to save him.
Yeah.
Eventually they will hate you.
This is the one part, I don't know. The whole city turning against you, it doesn't really work for me the way it should because we don't really see that.
No, we don't see it, but it does make a lot of sense.
It makes sense, but I think you really need to write that in where like you see that happening.
I was in the neighborhood.
I feel like the Dark Knight they did that a lot better in there.
I took 2 buses and a cab to get in the neighborhood, but so how'd it go?
They said I needed acting lessons. A soap opera told me I needed acting lessons.
Well, let me buy you a cheeseburger. The sky's the limit, up to $7.84.
I'd like a cheeseburger. Oh, but I'm going out to dinner with Harry. Come with us.
No thanks. How's it going with? Never mind. That's none of my business.
It's not? Why so interested?
I'm not.
You're not?
Well, why would I be?
I don't know. Why would you be?
I don't know.
Sorry you won't come with us. I better run, Tiger.
She called her Tiger.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
Go get him, Peter.
Hey, where you going, baby? Come on!
Oh, that piano sting. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
perfect coordination there. But is he not wearing his mask?
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
What are you doing?
I think it fell off at some point.
Wait.
You have a knack for getting in trouble.
You have a knack for saving my life. I think I have a superhero stalker.
I was in the neighborhood.
You are amazing.
Some people don't think so.
But you are.
Nice to have a fan.
Do I get to say thank you this time?
I think it's funny she didn't catch on when he said, I was in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like, how does she not recognize his voice, you know?
I think this is actually the most iconic scene in the whole movie. Is this?
I think it is.
The upside down kiss.
Yeah.
Apparently, Tobey Maguire like almost drowned making this scene because he was
so much water, I guess.
Yeah, he was upside down for so long.
Yeah,
and he was just saying the water was going up my nose the entire time.
Oh my gosh,
making this scene.
That would suck.
I think he said that they were doing a take. I remember he started to cough when they were like kissing because he was breathing so much water everywhere.
Gosh.
So here, like we've been here for an hour and 20 minutes. There's been one true action scene, but it's still fully engaging.
Yeah. There were small bits of action here and there.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's from the whole point. Is you don't need big elaborate action scenes to be engaging for a movie.
Yeah.
If you have a good story and good characters, like the movie's good.
Go, Spidey, go!
So in this scene, we see a police officer trying to arrest Spider-Man, but why? I never got that.
Because citizens were calling for his arrest. He works outside of the law.
It said that at some point?
I mean, that's just my... Like, the citizens' call for his arrest was on one of the newspapers. But that's just Jameson. I think it really is that he is working outside of the law as a vigilante. He doesn't answer anyone.
Yeah.
And, so because of that...
He undoes the blanket, it's like a charred body.
Yeah. I think it's funny when Green Goblin disguises himself as like an old lady in there.
Yeah.
Hold me right there. You're under arrest. I'm taking you in.
Oh my God, there's somebody still up there.
I'm going. I'll be here when you get back. Not coming back, Chief. Go! Go!
I think this was my favorite scene whenever I was a kid. Was this?
Yeah. I always thought this was really funny and then really cool.
The slow motion stuff. Right?
Yeah. And just. Yeah, mainly the slow motion flip with all the ninja star things.
You're pathetically predictable, like a moth to the flame. What about my generous proposal? Are you in or are you out?
It's you who's out, Gobby. Out of your mind.
Gobby.
Oh, great.
And then the scene after this where Norman finally discovers that Peter's Spider-Man.
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
Because of the cuts. And all of scenes where the villain finds out who the hero is, they're just really good.
Oh yeah.
I love the scene in Homecoming whenever Vulture finds out that Peter's Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
but that's
great.
Obviously something else.
There's real tension too during that scene where he starts to kind of figure it out.
Yeah. Also, Josh said the limits. Got it. Yeah.
Says no to me.
And then good transition too with the fire.
Oh yeah, and
It's
he's
sure
all,
it's
all,
cheesy,
like, all
but
like hot and like sweaty from that fire too.
Yeah.
You see the sweat coming down.
I mean, he's always sweaty when he's thinking about the goblin. You know.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
This may be my favorite Peter Parker line when he goes, "Hey everyone," he walks in.
Yeah.
He's like, "I had to beat me a
Was it a big note
stick?"
Yeah. It's just funny.
Lovely young lady. MJ, I'd like you to meet my father, Norman Osborn. Dad, this is Mary Jane Watson.
Hi.
How do you do? I've been looking forward to meeting you.
Happy Thanksgiving, sir.
Now, where is Peter? You better have remembered that cranberry sauce.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't know he was here.
Peter?
But Mary Jane's hair was a little bit too red in this movie.
Is that you?
I think it works.
Pete?
How strange. There's nobody here.
Here we go. Here comes a blood drop.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Bit of a slob, isn't it?
All brilliant men are.
You tell me, Aunt May.
Yeah, that's what I tell my mom when she sees my room. It's just that little bit. And that drop of blood just looks like ketchup.
It really does.
It does not look real. But it's fine. It's the spider blood.
Yes. Spider blood that can apparently cure life and
yeah, it's amazing Spider blood.
Arthur, sorry I'm late. It's a jungle out there. I had to beat an old lady with a stick to get these cranberries.
Thank you. Now then, everybody sit down, and we can say grace.
Okay.
Here we go. There we are.
Big turkey.
That is a huge turkey.
Norman,
Ooh.
will you do the honors?
This scene is so uncomfortable. It really is. He just smiles at her while sharpening that knife.
Gosh.
Why, Peter, you're bleeding.
Oh, yeah. I stepped off a curb and got clipped by one of those bike messengers.
Oh, let me see. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that looks awful.
No, it's nothing.
I'll get the first aid kit. And we'll say grace. This is the boys' first Thanksgiving in this apartment, and we are going to do things properly.
How did you say that happened?
Bike messenger. Knocked me down.
You'll excuse me, I've got to be going.
Why?
Something has come to my attention.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, just fine. Thank you, Mrs. Parker. Everyone, enjoy the fruitcake.
No, this part when they're in the hallway.
Yeah.
And they're talking Mary Jane.
Man, this whole thing so you can meet MJ and now you have to leave?
I gotta go.
This girl is important to me.
Harry, please, look at her.
You think a woman like that sniffing around because she likes your personality?
Your mother was beautiful, too. They're all beautiful. Until they're snarling after your trust fund like a pack of ravening wolves.
You're wrong about her, Dad.
A word to the not-so-wise about your little girlfriend. Do what you need to with her, then broom her fast.
God.
Why would you say that? Like, the door's still cracked.
He just does not care. He's going to say it out
Stick
there.
it up for me, Harry.
You heard?
Everyone heard that creep.
Creep is my father, alright? If I'm lucky, I'll become half of what he is. So just keep your mouth shut about stuff you don't understand.
Harry Osborn.
Yeah, he should not have said that.
Yep. Man, Aunt May is just on top of it.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is old, but
I like that too because you see that Harry's more concerned about his like dad and just trying impress him and all that stuff.
Because his dad doesn't like him.
Yeah,
and wants him to.
And like instead of saying Mary, you're right. I'm sorry, all that stuff. He's more concerned trying to impress his dad.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Make him suffer. Make him wish he were dead.
Yes.
Also in that scene, I don't know if you noticed, this was actually a very intentional thing that Peter was wearing the Green Goblin color, like the green.
Yeah, and
he was wearing like the red tie and blue.
Yeah,
and also Harry was wearing like a green shirt, like
green, blue, and red.
Yeah,
he was wearing all of it.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass.
He's a Yankees fan.
Yeah.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us.
Gosh, it's so intense.
Finish it! Finish it!
I love you. Finish it.
Aunt May, is she gonna be okay? What happened? What happened?
Look, you're gonna have to leave right now.
Those eyes, those horrible yellow eyes.
He knows who I am.
I can't remember when he figures out it's Norman.
It's at the very end.
Okay, so he doesn't figure out
he takes
at
off
the
the
end.
mask. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Aunt May's always concerned for her family. There's even a picture frame to her right side of her hospital bed. Okay, so which one's your favorite Aunt May? The old Aunt May or the younger Aunt May in Homecoming and Far From Home?
I think this Aunt May is better.
Ooh.
She's kind of a punk in I don't remember if it was 2 or 3 where I'm like, shut up. But like for the most part, Aunt May does a really good job, right?
Yeah.
Of being kind of like a source of wisdom. I don't like the MCU Aunt May. She's way too, oh, it's so cool you're Spider-Man, come speak at this event with me.
Yeah.
And like, I get it, you gotta have a younger Aunt May or whatever, but like, you have to make Aunt May seem concerned for Peter instead of just throwing a banana and calling it Peter Tingle. Like it's all stupid.
Like I'm fine with a different take on Aunt May.
Yeah.
But if I had to prefer which one, I do prefer this one more.
Yeah.
I'm in love with somebody else.
But I like the Aunt May in the MCU Spider-Man.
It's not the right
overall.
time to talk about it.
No, go on. But I know his name, this guy.
You'll think I'm a stupid little girl with a crush.
Trust me.
It's funny. He saved my life twice, and I've never even seen his face.
Wow. Jim.
You're laughing at me.
No, I understand. He is extremely cool.
But do you think it's true, all the terrible things they say about him?
No. Not Spider-Man, not a chance in the world. I know him a little bit. I'm sort of his unofficial photographer.
Has he mentioned me?
Yeah.
So during
What
the
did he
scene,
say?
can I mention the backstory of this movie real fast?
Go for it.
So, anyways, so basically, Marvel was on the verge of bankruptcy, almost, because all the movies were trash. Where you had the Captain America movie. Now this is like pre-2008 and all that stuff. So you had like the '90s like Fantastic Four and like '80s Captain America was always like terrible. No one liked them.
Marvel didn't make that Fantastic Four movie. I think they had already sold that to Fox.
Well, the movie wasn't meant to come out. And so I don't know the whole story behind that, but it was basically a mess. But but they had Blade. So Blade came out in like the mid '90s, but it didn't resonate with fans the way that they hoped it would.
Yeah.
But so basically what would happen is Marvel was trying to lobby for money to basically keep their company alive.
Yeah.
And Sony was like, hey, we'll give you money, but we want the rights to Spider-Man.
And they were like, no, you can have all the other Avengers. And they're like, no one cares. We want Spider-Man.
And Marvel's like, okay, so Marvel took the money, and this movie became like this movie basically made the whole comic book genre like famous and made it cool for a comic book movie because it made like 800,000 in box office.
Because like the biggest comic book movies before this was like I guess the Superman movies and some of the Batman stuff.
Yeah.
But like I think most of the Marvel stuff is just no one cared.
Yeah, no one cared. Like the first really good Marvel stuff was like the late '90s X-Men and mid '90s Blade.
Yeah, which that X-Men stuff was I think another Fox thing.
Yeah, it was.
They had sold X-Men, Fantastic Four, and one other thing to Fox. And then Sony got Spider-Man. I think Sony got something else as well. Uh-oh.
Their house looks like a church on the outside, like a big church.
Yeah. Bro, if you hear that in your house, leave.
What is it? Oh, you're right about MJ. You're right about everything. He's in love with Peter.
Okay. How does he feel about her?
Oh, he's loved her since the 4th grade. Pretends like he doesn't, but there's no one Peter cares for more.
I'm so sorry. I haven't always been there for you, have I?
You're busy. You're an important man. I understand.
That's no excuse.
No, it's not.
I'm proud of you. And I've lost sight of that somewhere, but I'm going to make it up to you, Harry. I'm going to rectify certain inequities.
Just very manipulative.
Yeah. And look, Harry's crying.
He is. Golly. I forgot about that. I literally watched this like this morning. I forgot.
I knew it was somewhere in the movie. I didn't know where.
Is that very corny, cheesy, like jump scare type of thing?
There's just no point for that being in the movie either.
No, not really. But again, that's just Sam Raimi. That's just his thing. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm very
that and Screaming Women.
Yes, I'm very familiar with Sam Raimi's work.
You were supposed to be asleep.
You know, you were about 6 years old when MJ's family moved in next door. When she got out of the car and you saw her for the first time, you grabbed me and said, Aunt May? Aunt May? Is that an angel?
Gee, did I say that?
You sure did.
You sure did.
So he lived with his Aunt May when he was 6.
Yes.
So I guess his parents died like even earlier than like in the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
Is it ever explained how his parents die within the comics?
Yes.
They're so mysterious all the time.
They keep retconning it because they want to make his parents important, and then they're like, no, we were just kidding. Basically, his parents died in a plane crash.
Okay.
Everybody else
Is that it?
Yeah, sometimes they're like, they were actually secret spies, and then they'll be like, no, we were just kidding. They actually just died, and they were regular people.
Okay, so it sounds like Amazing Spider-Man 2 tried to like merge the whole spy and dying in a plane crash thing.
It did, and I hate that. They just need to be regular people who are dead.
Yeah.
MJ, it's Peter. You there?
I don't like the whole
Hello?
Spider-Man was destined to be Spider-Man thing. You know?
Yeah, that's.
I like how he's just an average guy. It could have been anyone. He just happened to get bit.
Yes.
All right. Well, don't go up any dark alleys. Hello?
Can Spider-Man come out to play?
Where is she?
Man. So we're almost at the end of the movie then.
Yeah, we got 20 more minutes left.
Yeah. I forgot movies were, like superhero movies were shorter back then. Because now you have like, what, Infinity War and Endgame were both 3 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe longer.
Endgame was 3 hours long, and Infinity War was like 2 hours and 40 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, Sam Raimi created his own comic book.
Really?
Yeah. So there's a character Darkman, and he basically made his own like short story, and he basically created his own character. In the mid '90s, he actually came out with the movie Darkman, and it stars Liam Neeson.
Really?
It's pretty funny. It's pretty good.
Down came the goblin and took the spider out.
I like that they didn't go through the trouble of retelling Spider-Man's origin story in the MCU. Everyone's heard it a million times already.
I agree, Josh.
Yeah,
wholeheartedly agree.
Although I am excited for the animated show Spider-Man Freshman Year, which does tell his origin story. I know everyone's heard it 1,000 times, but I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, well, I think the MCU said, what about Spider-Man has been done to death, and they basically want to avoid that.
I mean, Amazing Spider-Man released 2012, and everyone has seen the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films.
Yeah.
Or, not everyone, but enough people have that, like, we know. Let's get past that. Even though it's really interesting. I love this.
Yeah, I love this too.
Like, that's so cool. I love Spider-Man just swinging around and being Spider-Man. I also love the music in these movies.
Oh yeah, they're great.
This is why only fools are heroes. Because you never know when some lunatic will come along with the...
This is the dumbest thing ever.
You're talking about him just like dropping them?
Yeah, just with some lunatic comes with a sadistic choice. He's trying too hard to be the Joker. Or maybe the Joker's trying too hard to be the Green Goblin. But this is just silly.
I like it. Because at this point he knows it's like Peter Parker.
Yeah, he does.
And he also does not like Mary Jane at all. So it's like, okay,
yeah.
I'm trying to kill her, or I tried to. And also he was using the angle. Yeah, that was a cool shot. But using the angle too of how these people don't really care about you either.
Yeah.
So I like that. You had like the whole like the Mary Jane and New Yorker side of things. So I like that.
Yeah. He did it.
I love how his mouth just does not move at all. He his mouth closed and it makes a noise.
Shoot more webs, Spidey.
Listen! I need you to climb down! Yes, you can!
Uh-oh. The fishing line's on break.
Yeah.
You can do it! You have to! Trust me! Hold on tight! And go quickly! Hurry!
I can't do it!
Hang on, Mary Jane!
There's no way. I should be
nah, bro.
That. Her arms be ripped off.
No, that's just not how physics work.
He's gonna make it!
I love that. He's not gonna make it. Uh-oh, here he goes.
It's time to die!
I like this a lot. The New Yorkers
I do
together.
too.
One of us, you mess with all of us.
Yeah, this is just great.
Yeah, it's a good like art for the entire like city of New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all cheering. They're so happy for him.
Whee!
And now he's bringing.
Look, that'd be a sick roller coaster ride.
That would be a cool.
Maybe not getting thrown through the wall there, but you know. So is this just like some abandoned building, I guess?
I always thought it was like some like abandoned church.
Church.
Maybe
For whatever reason, I remembered it being a cemetery, but it's clearly not a cemetery.
Because the outside looked like a church.
Yeah. But that's just like a lot of the architecture of like older New York.
Yeah.
Kind of like you were talking about like his house.
Friendship. You spat in my face.
I love how like Peter, he can't fight anymore, you know?
Yeah, he's just drained.
Yeah. Like he doesn't, he's not giving up, he can't do anything else.
Golly, it's just
brutal.
He just tears through that hole.
Yeah. It looks like that was in fast motion a little bit too, which is really funny.
I just feel like that I just feel each kick and each punch just in my face.
You've spun your last web, Spider-Man. Had you not been so selfish, your little girlfriend's death would have been quick and painless, but now that you've really pissed me off, I'm gonna finish her nice and slow.
Oh, here we go.
MJ and I, we're gonna have a hell of a time.
But you gotta think about how much force he's holding against, right? Cause he's basically a super soldier. That's what like the human enhancement crap?
Yeah. Just drops a brick wall on him.
Bro, how did he even survive that? That's dumb.
The super soldier serum, I guess, just saved him.
Yeah,
he's still alive. But yeah, he did get crushed by a complete brick wall right there.
Yeah. And I think the suit probably took most of the impact.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is a great final fight.
Oh, it is.
Why not rip the mask off first, then start doing the punches?
Stop! It's me!
There he goes, I'll find out.
Mr. Osborn.
Peter, thank God for you.
You killed those people on that balcony.
The goblin killed. I had nothing to do with it. Don't let him take me again. I beg you. Protect me.
You tried to kill Aunt May. You tried to kill Mary Jane.
What about you? Tried to stop it. I couldn't stop it. I would never hurt you. I knew from the beginning. If anything ever happened to me, it was you that I could count on. You, Peter Parker, would save me, and so you have. Thank God for you. Give me your hand.
I love the face acting of Tony in this scene is because almost because he obviously does not trust him right now.
Yeah. I thought you were going to mention William Dafoe, because he has just like some of the best facial expressions.
Oh, yeah, he's really good. All of this line.
His name was Ben Parker.
Yeah.
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
Here comes my favorite line of the whole film right here.
Don't tell him. Like, even in slow-mo, that thing was going quick.
He goes, oh, he gets stabbed on the groin.
The thing is, even if he didn't do the backflip, they just would have both died.
Yes. So I don't get his plan there, because he just kind of stood there. Because he could have moved.
Don't tell Harry.
He just falls down.
That's so funny.
But God, those like blades went right.
I also hate that Harry decides that Spider-Man is a villain after this. How does he not understand that, like, I don't know.
Because he's just trying to. Because the whole point of his character, he's just trying to impress his dad or whatever.
Yeah.
Hello to his dad, and so he sees Spider-Man bring his dead corpse back to the window.
But he could have just said that he was the Green Goblin.
What have you done? What have you done?
And also, too, like Harry did not know at this point that he was a Green Goblin until the second movie.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he knew till the third movie.
No, he found out at the very end of the second movie.
Oh, okay.
Because whenever Peter leaves, he breaks the glass that leads to his secret lair.
Hey. I'm so sorry, Harry. I know what it's like to lose a father.
I didn't lose him. He was stolen from me. One day Spider-Man will pay. I swear on my father's grave, Spider-Man will pay. Thank God for you, Peter. You're the only family I have.
Gonna cry?
He's thinking now, right? Are you gonna cry?
No matter what I do, no matter how hard I try, the ones I love will always be the ones who pay.
But that's what makes you Spider-Man.
True.
You must miss him so much.
I was saying
It's
about
been
that.
so hard without him.
You miss him so much. Well, obviously, I'm right by his gravestone. His
There's
gravestone.
something I've been wanting to tell you. When I was up there, and I thought I was gonna die, there was only one person who I was thinking of. And it wasn't who I thought it'd be.
It was Harry Osborn.
It was you, Pete. I kept thinking, I hope I make it through this. So I could see Peter Parker's face one more time.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
There's only one man who's always been there for me. Who makes me feel like I'm more than I ever thought I could.
Man, her teeth are so pointy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm just so distracted by her teeth right now.
Gosh.
The truth is,
Look at that. She had like shark teeth. They're so sharp. She wants to bite that face off her. Oh, there's her. She's in. She's gonna bite his tongue. Peter goes, oh, get off.
Imagine Harry's still there just staring in hatred.
All I wanted was to tell her how much I loved her. I can't.
you can't what?
Tell you everything, I mean, so much to tell.
Yeah. There's so much to tell.
Okay, she does have pointy teeth.
She does. She has very pointy teeth.
But I will always be there for you. I will always be there to take care of you.
I like this a lot.
I promise you that. I will always be your friend.
Ooh. Just a friend, Joey.
I know.
Just a friend.
Friend?
Yup.
He goes, see ya, and walks off.
To give.
I like it a lot because he's just trying to protect her. And he's like, well,
Yeah.
you know.
But like,
But she doesn't get that.
yeah,
though.
she doesn't. She can't understand that.
she remembers the lips.
But she still doesn't put it together.
Yeah.
Whatever life holds in store for me, I will never forget these words. With great power comes great responsibility. This is my gift, my curse. Who am I? I'm Spider-Man.
And then the ending swing.
Yep.
Man. And I'm pretty sure this is real footage of New York. They got drones to, like, do some of this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know if it's this scene specifically, but I know in some of the swinging scenes, they just got drones and sent them around New York to, like, get some of those shots.
That's very fascinating. That's it. That's Spider-Man 1.
Wow. Is there a post-credits scene? Did they do that back then?
No, I don't think there was.
Well, yeah. There's Spider-Man, I guess. Yeah, no, it just
it just ends.
It just ends.
Yeah, I think the first cutscene started with Iron Man 1 in 2008.
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
Any other thoughts about the movie?
It's a really good movie, really solid, especially from the time, because you watch it now, it's like there's been so many other movies now, but
There's been so many other Spider-Man movies.
Yeah,
there's just a lot.
I think for people our age, where if you've seen this movie before the MCU really got kicked off, you have like a lot of like respect for this movie.
Yeah,
I feel like the movie. I think for like people who never saw this movie before they really got big into Marvel and they saw Tom Holland first, it may not impress them as much, but to me it still holds up a lot.
Yeah, I think it does. I think this is I think this holds up well.
Yeah, I think there's still spotty CGI, some special effects, but it's like 2002.
Yeah, and that's a big part of it, right?
Yeah. But for me,
good movie.
I still say I think it's a. If it's not perfect, I think it's like a near perfect script because like again, like all of the action scenes make sense of like you understand what's happening. You know why you understand the whole motivation of why they're here and why they're doing things. Nothing's ever confusing.
Yeah. And just a ton of iconic lines, iconic shots. Really well made.
Yes. All the action scenes, I will say, as far as like being like visually impressive in terms of like explosions and very not over the top, but very good choreographed scenes, I will say the action scenes are way better in Spider-Man 2 than this. But this is like very I want to say like basic approach like an action scene, but it works a lot because to me, in my opinion, I'm more engaged by this than because you have really good writing within the scenes where you're still very engaged. Where compared to like an MCU movie now where there's more elaborate scenes and all that compared to this, I'm still very engaged by this, but because there is a strong story throughout and like you don't need super heavy inducing explosions and also choreography.
And like you had kind of the explosion and fire scene with like the burning building and that was plenty, but yeah. Well, bye. I don't even know if anyone's watching right now.